What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another driving tour here in Coastal Delaware. Today we're going to be taking a look at Bethany Beach, which is the start of the quiet resorts, which makes up the Bethany area and Fenwick. We're going to go over the Indian River Bridge here in just a minute, which crosses the Indian River Inlet and goes out to the Atlantic Ocean. Some of the best views in all of Delaware, from a roadway I should say, are over this bridge here. It's one of the few places where you can actually see the ocean from the highway. But for those of you that are new to my content, my name is Matt Lunden, and I'm a real estate agent here in Coastal Delaware. And I put out content each and every week discussing Delaware and Coastal Delaware real estate. And if that's something that you would like to see some more of, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button down below. That really helps us out here on the channel and tells us that you want to see some more of what we're doing. And then if you or someone you know is looking to buy or sell a home here in Coastal Delaware, I would love the opportunity to work with you, so please do not hesitate to reach out. All my contact information will be down below in the description, and I'll have it here on the screen. On either side of the roadway here, we have the Delaware Seashore State Park. It's part of the state park system. You can drive on the beach. This inlet here is where a lot of the folks do surfing, so if you're into surfing, the inlet here, there's some great break there that you can do surfing at. Just across the bridge on the left-hand side here, there is a restaurant within the state park called the Big Chill Beach Club. And they do a nice job. It overlooks the ocean. Cool little spot. It gets packed in the summer. They're not open in the off season. You do need to pay the park entry fee in order to go to the restaurant. So you've got to pay, whether you're in state or out of state, that varies, but you've got to pay the fee to get into the park, to park there, and then go to the restaurant, unless of course you're on foot or bike, in which case there is no fee to get in there. So as we cross the bridge here, this is where you start to get into North Bethany. Once we get through the state park here, you run into North Bethany, which is mostly, actually pretty much all residential. There is no real commercial district in North Bethany. It's primarily just homes, and primarily most of those homes are on the ocean side on our left here, and that's just because on the right we do have the bay there still. So you can run into, there's a couple communities over on our right hand side, but those all back up to the bay. Again, just not a ton of space through this strip of land, just like we had in Dewey Beach, where it's not a very wide piece of land. And if you're familiar with Delaware and you pull up the Delaware map, there is a strip of land there where it's Dewey and Bethany, where you get through the Indian River Inlet and that kind of stuff, and it's just not very wide because you got bay on one side and ocean on the other. So here's where the houses start. These houses are typically pretty pricey. If you get a townhome in here, you're probably starting in the 700s, maybe a little bit higher depending on what your views and stuff are. And then if you get a single family home or a detached home in one of these, you're probably more looking, north of $1 million. Anything bay or oceanfront is going to be even more expensive than that, probably starting at least with a 2, if not higher. Anything oceanfront on our left side here is probably going to start somewhere in the range of 3 to 5 million-ish. There's a lot of really beautiful homes, a lot of big homes on the ocean side there. And it's nice because all these have beach access. So even if your home isn't right on the beach, you do have beach access for your community there. Not a lot of parking or anything for public beach access. So basically just the residents that are at those beaches. So you do get a little bit of seclusion here at in North Bethany. You get a little bit of seclusion from the rest of where the public beach access and that kind of stuff is. Here at this traffic light right here, this is going to break right. And that's a road called Fred Hudson Road. That takes you to the western part of Bethany. you do run into ocean view and that kind of stuff that way. We're going to come back out that way, so just keep that in mind for frame of reference, later on in the video. Right here on the right hand side is a really cool spot. It's Blue Coast. They've got another one of these up in Rehoboth, but that one sits right on the water there, so you can sit there and watch boats go by, that kind of stuff, all while dining. All right, so this is where the official incorporated limits of Bethany Beach start. So this is your downtown area of Bethany Beach. You've got National Guard here on the right, then a number of businesses on the left. You also do have a lot of residential on the left that goes right up to the ocean. The ocean is only 4 or 5 homes up from the highway right there. So it's, again, not a very wide piece of land. You do have the furniture store there, which is popular for furniture. And then we're going to take you a few different ways today. We're going to take you down all the way south to South Bethany, and then we're going to make a loop back and just go through, like I said, the back way and take you out towards Fred Hudson Road that we just passed. At this traffic light up here, if you were to go right, that's Route 26. That's the main thoroughfare into Bethany Beach. So Ocean View, Millville, all those, they come through that way. So it gets very backed up in the summer. It's not a very wide road. On the left side is downtown Bethany. So we're going to take a loop back through there when we come back from the South Bethany side of things. Again, all residential through here. You do have the occasional business scattered in up here on the right. And then we'll get to more of a business district and where Sea Colony is. If you're familiar with the Sea Colony neighborhood, it's mainly condos and townhomes. And they've got a huge tennis program there, multiple tennis courts, really nice facilities. They've got some beachfront condo towers, and then they've got some townhomes that are on the right side of Route 1 or the west side of Route 1. So this is where you've got a number of different businesses through here. Again, just a variety. You've got mini golf there. You've got the Walgreens, liquor store. That Cottage Cafe right there is a great little spot. They do a really nice job in there. I would check that out if you're ever in the Bethany area. All those big towers are all the Sea Colony towers. So those are all condo buildings. The ocean's right behind those, so they do sit pretty much oceanfront. And then the rest of Sea Colony is right where that car is veering off there on the right. Again, Sea Colony is really cool. There's a ton of tennis courts, ton of amenities in there. They do a really nice job. They are a large community. There's a ton of units in there, and it's very popular amongst vacationers and second homeowners. They just like to use it because it's easy, stress-free. You don't have to worry about the outside of it and that kind of stuff. It's all taken care of for you. Again, this stretch is still part of Bethany, but this is known as Middlesex Beach. You got, again, some businesses on the right-hand side, and then you've got all of the residential district or residences on the left-hand or the ocean side, which is, again, the east side of Route 1, businesses on the west side of Route 1. And then right here is where you run into South Bethany. So this is going to be the start of, like I said, a lot of these homes on the west side you're about to see, hopefully you can see from the camera there, a lot of these homes on the west side are all canal front. So if you have a boat or if you're a boat person, you can get one of those, put your boat right at your house, and then you can get in the canal there and drive straight to the bay, and you're in the bay in a matter of seconds. It's cool because a lot of people do, like when they go to their neighbor's house for get-togethers, they just take their boat there and park at their neighbor's house. So it's kind of cool that you have that ability if you're a boat person. And this is just about the end of South Bethany. You got Grotto Pizza. We've mentioned that in a couple of videos. Grotto Pizza is like Delaware's pizza spot. But this is pretty much the end of South Bethany. If we go any further, we're going to run into Fenwick. So we're just going to make a loop back here, and then we will catch up some of the backside of Bethany and come out Fred Hudson Road like we mentioned before. If we were to stay straight here on Coastal Highway, it would take us right where we just came from. But we're going to turn right here and just take you more down through the ocean side of things before looping back out and heading out towards the western side of Bethany. Again, those big towers, that's all Sea Colony. The ocean is right on the other side of them. So it is relatively close to the roadway here. I'm going to end up doing another video series like this in the summertime, just so you can see the difference between wintertime and summer, because there is a stark difference in number of people, just the activity level going on and what the area looks like in the summertime versus how it looks now. Again, this is all residential through here. Not any businesses in this part. This is all just homes. Again, these are pretty pricey depending on your budget. There's not going to be anything through here for less than $1 million. More than likely it's going to be more expensive than that. It just depends on the condition it's in. You may be able to find something, but more than likely it's going to be north of that. The home right here on the corner, that's a Marnie custom home. She does a ton of building down here in the Bethany area. She had a show on HGTV, Big Beach Builds. She does a really nice job with her homes. When we turn right here, this is going to be downtown Bethany. So this is the heart of the downtown area. You got some business in front of us. You've got Bethany Blues, which is right up there, which is a great little barbecue spot. They've got another location up in Lewes as well. But here is downtown Bethany. The boardwalk is directly behind the big Christmas tree in front of us. You've got a number of different businesses and stuff that make it that iconic beach town. Candy Kitchen on the right-hand side there is a very popular candy spot throughout Coastal Delaware and Coastal Maryland. Harvest Tide on the right there is the same company that has the spot up in Lewes, so they've got a Lewes location as well. And then on the second floor, as we make the turn here, on the second floor here, that's Mangoes up top. Really cool spot. They've got an outdoor spot in the summertime where you can sit and overlook the bay, or the ocean, I mean. And the ocean is just right behind those buildings there. If you want the best pizza in all of Coastal Delaware, it's on the right-hand side there, Pomodoro's. They do a killer job in there. It's the best New York-style pizza, according to me. It's not an official source, although I do love pizza. So if you are a pizza fan and you're looking for a New York-style slice, I think that's the best one that we've got here in Coastal Delaware. They do an awesome job in there. They absolutely crush it. And they get pretty busy in the summertime, but if you want to try it out in the wintertime, you certainly can, and you'll likely be able to get in a little easier. We're going to cross Coastal Highway here. You'll see this big totem pole on the left-hand side. and that's kind of the symbol for Bethany Beach, and it's been around for a number of years now, but that is the marker that you're in Bethany Beach. And this is Coastal Highway, or Route 1 here, that we're about to cross. So we just drove through this area on the way south, and now we're going to go across it and head west, just to give you, again, a little bit of frame of reference as to where we're going. Again, this is Route 26. So, as I mentioned, this is only one way, or one lane either way. This road gets very busy in the summertime, especially in the morning when you're trying to get into the beach, because this runs into Ocean View, Millville, all those towns. So they all feed through here. Unless you take a back road, you're coming down this road to get to the beach. So it just gets busy in the summertime. Again, not the end of the world, but just something to be cognizant of if you are in the Bethany area, or if you're looking to purchase in the Bethany area, and you're going to be using this road a lot. It just does get busy in the summertime, and it's just a fact of the matter. It's not a good thing or a bad thing. It's just the way it is. I don't know if there's plans to expand this at some point. I wouldn't think there is, because there's sidewalks on either side that run pretty close to people's property. So unless they took some of that property to make the roadway wider, there's not a whole lot of ability here. There is the turning lane in the middle, which they could utilize, but that would only really give one more lane. As we cross the bridge here, this actually turns into Ocean View. This is the Asswoman Canal. It runs into the Little Asswoman Bay. But now we're in Ocean View. So the town kind of fits together like a dovetail joint almost. There's a finger from Ocean View that sticks out this way, and then Bethany comes around the backside. So we're going to turn up here, and we'll run right back into Bethany. But there's a lot of the business district in Ocean View. This is more of, I guess, what you consider the downtown Ocean View area. They don't have a actual downtown per se, but this is what it would be if they did. Bridge we're going over here is just further up the canal. So this is the same canal, just a little bit further up it. There on the right, you got the Hawkers Supermarket and Salt Pond. Salt Pond's got a little golf course in there. All of those townhomes in front of us are all brand new. They were just recently built. And then as we turn on the road here, this brings us back towards Coastal Highway and back into Bethany. All right, so we are getting ready to be back at Coastal Highway here in just a second. This is just the backside of those townhomes that we passed on the way going south after the interchange there. As we turn on to Coastal Highway here, that's where we're going to end the video today. I hope that you've enjoyed the content, and if you did enjoy the content, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button down below and tap that notification bell next to it, just so you can stay in the loop each week when we go live with new content. And then if you or someone you know is looking to buy real estate or sell real estate here in Coastal Delaware, I would love to work with you, so please do not hesitate to reach out. Again, all my contact information is down below in the description and here on the screen, and I look forward to seeing you guys next time. Peace.